Well, Miss Robinson, do you want to clue her in on what she's missing?
I've been planning this since the first of the year.
I listen to his heartbeat, and that's when I really start crying.
It just made the day 10 times better, you know. So, that was nice.
You all aren't teared up and you're just heartless.
This is Carla Robinson and her stepdaughter, Jessie Coleman, inside the Washington County Courthouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Actually, why don't you two both come stand right here, right in front of me. Why don't you stand right there? Why don't you stand right there? Okay.
The person whose voice you hear is Judge Russ Vaclaw.
You know why you're here today? Well, some things are worth the wait.
Oh, okay.
I received a letter yesterday about you.
I'm sorry?
The letter he's referring to was sent by Jessie's stepmother, and it's the reason for her appearance in court today.
I received a letter yesterday about you. You were not born 29 years ago, but that's when you got a mother.
That's true.
It's always amazing to me. Don't start, ladies. Don't start. Well, Miss Robinson, do you want to clue her in on what she's missing?
I've been planning this since the first of the year.
Carla raised Jessie since she was a child, and even though she's been divorced from Jessie's father since 2007, the women remain close. But now Carla wants to make their relationship official.
I think we give too much credit to biology sometimes. In other words, biology can make you a parent, but it doesn't give you that sacred title of mother or father.
Absolutely.
So for over 20 years, someone has been a mother to you. Even though you were not born to her, she treated you as if you were her child, and you treated her as if she was your mother. No matter how you cut it in every emotional sense and to most appearances, she is your mother and you are her daughter. But legally, that is not the case.
Yes, sir.
So I ask you again, do you know why you're here today?
Yes, sir.
On this day, the judge gets to use his power not to hand out a lengthy jail sentence, but to legalize a family bond.
Miss Coleman, I want you to raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, so help you God. Do you want Miss Robinson to adopt you?
Yes, sir.
To be her legally adopted daughter?
Yes, sir.
And it's my honor, though, as I said, I cannot create or order someone to love someone else or to even take care of them in a certain way. But I can order and make it known to everyone that legally, as of now, she is legally and formally your mother. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Monica Morrison and Dean Birkenhoff in a Montgomery County Justice of the Peace courtroom in Willis, Texas, where friends and family are gathering for the wedding celebration of the longtime couple. Joining them are their two children,
Therefore, what God joins together.
along with Judge Wayne Mack, who's officiating.
Dean and Monica, today is the beginning of your continuing life together.
It looks just like any ordinary courthouse wedding,
Place that on her finger.
but what the happy couple doesn't know is that their special day is about to take a huge left turn.
Before I pronounce them, is there anybody here that would like to raise an objection?
I would.
And
I love both of you so very much. And I know the one thing in the world that you both would want so much is to have Colton here.
Colton was Monica and Dean's other son, who suddenly passed away 7 years ago. It was a devastating time for the family, but they found some comfort in donating Colton's organs to those in need.
Colton gets to live on even though he's not physically here. A piece of him still gets to go on.
And I know the one thing in the world that you both would want so much is to have Colton here.
This is 28-year-old Travis Stuffelby. He's an organ recipient, and he's alive today because inside his chest, Colton's heart beats on.
Travis walked around the corner and, I immediately knew who he was. Just overwhelming, feeling of, he's here, like it's really happening, like Colton's heart's here with us.
And this is the first time the couple and Travis have ever come face to face.
I listen to his heartbeat, and that's when I really start crying.
It just made the day 10 times better, you know. Not only do I get to marry somebody that I love, you know, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, but now Colton's heart gets to experience that with us. So, that was nice.
And thank you from my family to you guys. Like, you were great. And the heart is finally home. Yes.
It's my honor and privilege today to pronounce you man and wife. Dean, let me greet your bride.
I don't think there is any words. It was special to hear it from him.
This is James Roeder. He's been charged with burglary in Louisville, Kentucky. His alleged partner in crime is his wife, Ashley. They're both charged with breaking into a warehouse and stealing 6 flat-screen TVs. At the time of the robbery, Ashley was pregnant. James, who's been locked up in county jail since his arrest, has had a no-contact order with his wife, meaning they're not allowed to speak to each other before their court cases because they're co-defendants. While they've been separated, Ashley gave birth to their son.
You sure you're comfortable with this? Is this what you want to do? All right, just stay right there for just a second.
The judge is addressing Ashley, who's in court with her baby, for her own hearing. James Roeder, who has just left the courtroom after his hearing, is being brought back in.
I don't want you to say anything to me about your case at all. Don't say anything. Your lawyer's not present right now. But I understand that there is a chance that you're going to go back to Todd County and that your baby is a month old and you haven't met that baby yet. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Roeder, do you want to come up here? I know you have a no contact order between you and Miss Roeder that I issued, and I'm not changing that.
Yes,
I'm making a temporary exception right in front of me on the record so that you can meet this baby.
I thought this would be a good opportunity to let him see his son for the first time and for probably the only time in the near future.
This is your son. Be careful. You see his little shirt?
Yeah.
Maybe 5-10 minutes later, she pulled me back out and said, Miss Amber's gonna let you go see your son. And it was my first time actually being able to see him. It was pretty emotional for real. I can't even remember if I said thank you or anything. I just made my day.
It could be a fair amount of time before Roeder sees his son again.
Give everybody some. All right.
Thank you.
She actually seen that, you know, we're still people. Even though he's incarcerated and I'm his co-defendant, we're still people.
James Roeder is sentenced to 4 years for third-degree complicity burglary.
And Miss Roeder, you can stay up here because I'm gonna call your case next.
Ashley Roeder is given probation and is currently taking care of the couple's 2 children.
Thank you for letting me be a part of that. If y'all aren't teared up, then you're just heartless.
Any small act of kindness that we can do, whether it's in a courtroom or just in general, has a positive impact on our community, and it's the right thing to do, and you don't even know how far it can go for people.
This is Brandon Dinetz. He is the prosecutor in this case in Palm Beach County, Florida. He's asked his girlfriend, Jennifer Letman, to watch his opening statement, since she too is an attorney. Brandon told her it's a big DUI case and he could use her support. But there's something else going on here today.
Let's bring in the jury, please.
The judge calls the jury in, but Jennifer quickly realizes something's amiss. For starters, there's 17 jurists in the jury box instead of the usual 12. And Jennifer personally knows each and every one of them. If you haven't already guessed, this is not a real trial.
Just thought she was really one of the warmest human beings I'd ever met in my entire life. For me, I was sick of just being a boyfriend and her just being a girlfriend.
But Brandon still has a statement he'd like to make.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You know, typically I start my openings by talking about the privilege I have of representing the state of Florida. But today, I have the privilege of representing myself. A moment in front of the courthouse.
Brandon's about to introduce Exhibit A to the court. Let's hope there aren't any objections.
Just let me do adjourned in a while before.
100% surprised. I had no clue.
Was able to get all of our friends and family in the same place at the same time. The next step was getting a judge. I said, look, I want to set up a fake trial and propose to my girlfriend of 2 years.
Then I see my dad, but my dad is playing the part of a juror, so he's very stoic and like quiet. So then I'm stoic and quiet because I don't understand what's going on. And then when I see my sister and she smiles and she starts to cry, that is when I completely lose it. And then I realize, oh my God, this is happening.
Will you marry me?
Brandon spent 5 months preparing for this day, and from Jennifer's reaction and everyone else's, the verdict appears to be unanimous. This is Lauren Balint. She is in Cincinnati, Ohio, for her sentencing. The 23-year-old has admitted to leaving the scene of an accident a year earlier. Balint was driving with friends on a highway when she struck college student Christopher Walker. It was 2 a.m. and the 21-year-old was out walking on the side of the highway after a night of drinking. Balint, who had not been drinking, left the scene and abandoned the vehicle at a nearby gas station. She was arrested 3 days later because Christopher was intoxicated the night he was killed. Balint wasn't charged for causing his death, but for leaving the scene of the accident. She was looking at the possibility of up to 3 years in prison, so in hopes of receiving a reduced sentence, she pleaded no contest. Before she learns her sentence from Judge Melba Marsh, she must face the difficult task of standing directly across from Christopher Walker's parents to offer an apology. Next, it was the victim's father who addresses the poor decisions made by both Balint and his son the night of the incident.
Chris was my son. And again, my promise, you didn't stop. And we're going to live with that forever. Chris made some mistakes that night. So ironic because he promised he'd never drink and drive. He was killed walking because he didn't want to hurt anybody else.
As he struggles to contain his emotions, Walker offers Balint something more powerful than anger.
I just want to let you know, too, I'm a pastor. I believe in God, and you are totally forgiven. We totally forgive you for not stopping. I wish no ill will in your life. I hope you get married and have a good, long life. I know it's been hard on you, too. You are totally forgiven for what happened. You hold no ill will against you. You made a big mistake that night. So did Chris, unfortunately, it cost his life. I guess she's going to get probation. We just prayed for wisdom for you, Judge Marsh. I wouldn't want to have your job.
When Walker was finished, the judge placed Balint on probation for 2 years and revoked her license for a year.